over a decade, the rivalry between Gojo and Sukuna has ignited endless debate among Jujutsu Sorcery experts. On one side stands Satoru Gojo, the unrivaled powerhouse of the modern era. On the other hand, Ryomen Sukuna, the ancient king of curses, whose name alone strikes fear across generations. Their conflict isn't just a duel of might, but a seismic showdown that defines the core of Jujutsu Kaisen. This video plunges into the heart of their legendary clash, breaking down their abilities, tactics, and the unforgettable battle that pushed the series to its explosive peak. Determining whether Gojo is stronger than Sukuna isn't a simple matter. Though Sukuna ultimately claimed victory, the battle was far from one-sided. Gojo, hailed as the strongest sorcerer of the modern era, forced the King of Curses to his absolute limit, revealing a level of skill and power few could match. In the end, it wasn't sheer strength that decided the outcome, but Sukuna's adaptability and his calculated use of Mahoraga that tipped the scales. This video unpacks the layered complexity of their abilities, from cursed techniques and domain expansions to the tactical brilliance behind each move. It breaks down what made their fights so legendary, offering a deeper look into their strengths, vulnerabilities, and the ripple effects this clash left on the world of Jujutsu Kaisen. By the end, the question of who's truly stronger may still linger, but the reasons behind the debate will be more apparent than ever. Before diving into this heated topic, please hit the like button and subscribe to keep the content coming strong. Is Gojo stronger than Sukuna? No. Despite Gojo's overwhelming strength and mastery of Jujutsu, Sukuna emerges as the stronger of the two. Their battle in the manga ends with Sukuna standing victorious after a brutal, hard-fought clash. Gojo pushed him to the brink, but Sukuna's ability to adapt and his calculated use of the Shikigami Mahoraga allowed him to overcome Gojo's limitless techniques. In the end, it wasn't raw power that secured Sukuna's win, but superior strategy, relentless precision, and an unmatched understanding of cursed combat. Understanding the power dynamics. Gojo Satoru and Ryomen Sukuna stand as opposite forces at the peak of Jujutsu Sorcery, each embodying a different kind of overwhelming power. Gojo, wielding the limitless and six eyes, manipulates space with terrifying accuracy, creating a defense so absolute that few can even lay a hand on him. As confirmed in the official Jujutsu Kaisen fanbook, his abilities render him nearly untouchable while delivering explosive offensive force. Sukuna, the ancient king of curses, counters with raw, boundless cursed energy and centuries of refined technique, making him a walking disaster forged through 1,000 years of domination. Gojo's power analysis. Gojo's strength lies in his inherited techniques, Limitless and Six Eyes. Limitless allows him to manipulate space at an atomic level, creating the famous infinity that prevents attacks from reaching him. This technique is the foundation of Gojo's power, making him nearly invincible. It allows him to slow down attacks to the point where they never reach him, effectively creating an infinite distance between him and his opponents. Combined with Limitless, the Six Eyes grant Gojo extraordinary perception and the ability to use his cursed energy with incredible efficiency. This allows him to perform complex spatial manipulations and use his techniques with minimal energy expenditure. Gojo's domain expansion, Unlimited Void, traps his opponents in a space where they are bombarded with infinite information, rendering them paralyzed and vulnerable. It's considered one of the most powerful domain expansions in the series. Sukuna's power analysis. Sukuna, the undisputed king of curses, boasts an arsenal of devastating techniques and a vast reservoir of cursed energy. His power is so immense that even in a weakened state, he poses a threat to the strongest sorcerers. Sukuna's control over cursed energy is unparalleled because he can use the reverse curse technique to heal himself and others, and his raw power allows him to overwhelm most opponents with brute force. Cleave and Dismantle are Sukuna's primary offensive techniques. Dismantle is an invisible slashing attack, while Cleave adjusts its power based on the target's toughness, ensuring a lethal blow. Unlike most domain expansions, Sukuna's Malevolent Shrine doesn't create a separate space. Instead, it manifests his domain within reality, allowing his slashing attacks to continue relentlessly within a certain radius. It's described as a divine technique. The epic showdown, Gojo versus Sukuna. The battle between Gojo and Sukuna is nothing short of legendary, a fierce clash of ideals, and the ultimate culmination of centuries of Jujutsu history. This fight shatters the limits of both combatants, unleashing jaw-dropping displays of power and skill. Gojo, wielding his limitless technique, keeps Sukuna on the defensive with mind-blowing precision. But Sukuna is no slouch. He's a master tactician who constantly adapts and finds new ways to exploit Gojo's defenses. Every move, every counter, is a thrilling game of strategy and power, where both warriors push each other to the edge of their abilities. The role of Mahoraga. The turning point in the battle arrives when Sukuna taps into the Ten Shadows technique, inherited from Megumi Fushiguro, to summon Mahoraga. This Shikigami possesses a unique ability to adapt to any situation, ultimately finding a way to bypass Gojo's limitless. What if Gojo fought 20-finger Sukuna? If Gojo faced a full-powered 20-finger Sukuna, the battle would likely still tilt in Sukuna's favor, though it would be even more difficult for him. A 20-finger Sukuna would possess an even greater pool of cursed energy and potentially more deadly techniques. However, Gojo's limitless and 6 eyes would remain a significant challenge. Despite this, Sukuna's adaptability and strategic brilliance, as shown in the manga, suggest that he would still find a way to break through Gojo's defenses, even at full strength. Hypothetically speaking, a 20-finger Sukuna would wield significantly more cursed energy and could unleash even more devastating attacks. Sukuna might also gain access to more powerful or refined versions of his current techniques, so Gojo would need to adjust his strategies even further to handle Sukuna's enhanced power. Why Sukuna's victory matters. Sukuna's victory over Gojo has far-reaching consequences for the Jujutsu Kaisen world. It shatters the perception of Gojo's invincibility and sets the stage for a new era, where the balance of power is drastically altered. Impact on the Jujutsu world. Gojo's defeat leaves a power vacuum in the Jujutsu world, as he was considered the strongest sorcerer. This creates an opportunity for other powerful individuals, both good and evil, to rise. The future of Jujutsu Kaisen. With Sukuna's victory, the story moves into a new phase where the stakes are higher than ever before. The remaining sorcerers must now find a way to deal with Sukuna without Gojo's help, potentially leading to new alliances and strategies. Comparing their destructive capabilities. When comparing the destructive capabilities of Gojo and Sukuna, it's clear that both possess immense power, capable of leveling cities. Gojo's hollow purple, a combination of his red and blue techniques, creates a massive blast of destructive force. Gojo's mastery over his techniques allows him to unleash devastating attacks. Sukuna's domain, Malevolent Shrine, guarantees hits within its range, making it incredibly difficult to defend against. While Gojo's attacks might be more visually spectacular, Sukuna's are arguably more lethal due to their unavoidable nature. Gojo's hollow purple is a prime example of his destructive potential. It's a powerful blast that can obliterate anything in its path. He can also use his control over space to create highly destructive attacks. Sukuna's cleave and dismantle, however, are less flashy but incredibly deadly. His domain expansion, Malevolent Shrine, ensures that these attacks hit their target, making them extremely dangerous. In terms of pure speed, Gojo likely edges out Sukuna due to his ability to manipulate space and teleport. However, Sukuna's reaction speed and combat prowess are exceptional, allowing him to keep up with Gojo's movements to a certain extent. While Sukuna can enhance his physical abilities with cursed energy, Gojo's limitless technique allows him to move instantaneously, giving him a significant advantage in terms of mobility. Gojo's teleportation makes him incredibly difficult to hit. Gojo's ability to manipulate space allows him to teleport and move at incredible speeds. This makes him a difficult target to hit and will enable him to quickly close the distance between himself and his opponents. Sukuna, despite not having teleportation, possesses incredible reaction speed and reflexes. He's able to react to Gojo's attacks and even counter them, showcasing his combat experience. With all this said, the question of whether Gojo is stronger than Sukuna is layered and open to interpretation. While Sukuna walked away as the victor, the battle made one thing undeniable. Gojo pushed him to the absolute brink. Their clash was a masterclass in raw power, tactical genius, and the distinctive abilities that set these two legends apart in the world of Jujutsu Kaisen. Ultimately, the answer depends on how strength is measured. Is it overwhelming power, sharp strategy, or the ability to adapt under pressure? The debate between Gojo and Sukuna is far from over, and its continued intensity speaks volumes about the rich characters and intricate power system crafted by Gege Akutami. Join us in the next video, and don't forget to like and subscribe.